It is still pothole season. For some, it's a matter of a bumpy ride. For others, a big repair bill. 3 News Now reporter Aaron Haggerty was out on the roads today and also talked to decision makers with the city.
Potholes still front of mind for Omaha drivers.
Well, actually on I-80, I went over one and I thought I was going to lose a tire, so I think they're pretty bad right now.
And at one of the busiest intersections in town, Roland Treu sees that outside his travel agency near 72nd and Dodge.
Sometimes they're hard to miss, especially when you got a car right next to you.
So we spoke to the people in charge of trying to keep up with potholes at the Civic Building downtown.
You know, we're seeing our typical late February, March pothole season, if you will, that's happening out there right now.
Austin Rouser is the Assistant Public Works Director for the City of Omaha.
A lot of the bigger major street segments are seeing a problem out there, so I know it's a little more visible, a little more heightened because it's on some higher traffic roadways.
He says, though, that areas that have already been covered by street improvement projects funded by a bond issue passed in 2020 are faring better, but that bond doesn't help fill potholes.
The bond program was initially designed as a 20-year program, so obviously, you know, we're 3-4 years into it. We're not expecting to see everything done yet.
And he says they're nearly fully staffed, but
I would always like to have a contractor for peak seasons that can come in and help too and just kind of shave some of that peak off. Unfortunately, we haven't had that contract in a few years. I think it would be beneficial to the city, but we're not in that position currently.
He says the city is averaging 5 to 7 days to fill reported potholes, but that's less for high traffic areas. He says patches from the bad 2019 pothole season are playing a role again this year, but some of that's been covered by those bond projects. And he says the paving projects have helped, but he's not denying the long-term fixes that must happen.
You know, there's a lot of areas of poor pavement in the city that we're working on addressing and keeping it safe for everybody.
Aaron Haggerty, 3 News Now.